Hello, and welcome back to Shelter. We're still doing tavern adventures, right? Hopefully eavesdropping on some dogs, because they're cute. I mean, look at this lad. Look at this excited lad. I love him. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to interrupt them, but I couldn't bear hearing a misunderstanding like that. I love the dogs here. I want to spend time with them. There's just so much stuff in Shelter that only I can do. Things that I have to do. Just like I have to collect and watch the plates from those tables in the corner. So yeah, stop thinking about what's going to happen tonight, when you still have to have so much work to do right here, right now. Luke, back to work. I spend more time on working, and eventually we reach the last hours of this morning. The tavern is especially lively and packed today. The dogs return in groups from their excavation trips to take part in the events at the shelter tonight. There are a lot of familiar faces that I haven't seen in a while, and maybe a couple dogs that I haven't met yet. I can hear them discussing stories of their latest trips. I can see Max among them. He stares at the prospectors with wide eyes while listening to their stories. That looks fun. Maybe I should listen too. Of course, there are also the usual faces of dogs who don't go outside much. I can see Rune discussing something loudly with Old Man Thistle. I'm not sure what, but I can vaguely hear something about weapons. I'm not really sure. Something doesn't sound right. As much as I'm interested in listening to the stories of the outside along with Max, the stories of Rune and Thistle are often just as interesting. I think I can spare 5 minutes off from work to join one of the tables in my downtime. But which one? In the end, it's just too hard to ignore Rune. The big husky's table is usually one of the loudest in the whole tavern. His strong voice and lively personality really stand out from the crowd. Right now, I can hear him discussing something with Old Man Thistle. I think something about weapons and fighting styles. That would make sense. That's one of the things that these two have in common. Thistle's already retired from the battlefront, which Rune is an active fighter, in the prime of his strength. Listening to the stories of these two seasoned warriors is always a treat, especially when they get extra lively and expressive after a few rounds of booze. But this time, I can't put my finger on it, but something just doesn't seem right. Luckily for me, someone just left the table near theirs, so I take the opportunity to clean it and eavesdrop a bit before I decide whether to join them or not. It's not hard, since they aren't being quiet about it.
Listen, it's like when you put a warrior with a mace against one with a pike. A skilled pike wielder will be the first to score a clean hit, every time. The extra reach is crucial. But a pike can't blow your guts out as delightfully as a thick, heavy mace will. In all things, the impact is what matters. But girth won't take you to the places that length will. That's just common sense. With enough pressure, you don't need to go far to make them squeal. Every man knows that. It sounds like you are still you're an inexperienced pup after all, Chief. Duh, I would bet you I've got more experience in my short life than you've had in your last half a dozen decades. Of course you have. You are hecking gorgeous. I would do you too if I were a few years younger. But that doesn't change the fact that you are a fool. Oh, trust me, I would do you right now if I weren't so mad at you. You old handsome bastard. But flirting won't solve the issue at hand.
Seriously, what are they even talking about?
It indeed won't. This is one of those unsolvable discussions. Dating as old as the canine race itself. What a headache. That's a good face. Then, how about we ask someone who isn't a canine? Oh, an outsider's opinion. Why not? That's a great idea. Hey, human! Human! Come here, boy.
An outsider, huh? I stop wiping the table and approach them with a smile. Hey guys, what's up?
You heard us, didn't you? Which one of us is in the right here?
I'm a bit confused. Are you still talking about armed martial arts, or?
What? Martial arts? Oh no. Oh no, mate. We're talking about dongs. Dongs, son. Dongs.
Of course you are. Another thing they have in common is that they are both shameless horn dogs. I like that too.
Listen. Chief Rune here is wrongly spouting that the longer it is, the better. I'm trying to correct him by saying that a nice thick knot is what really defines a dog. With a longer shaft, you can reach so many deep spots. But a good knot will make both of you feel like you're in heaven regardless. So what do you think matters the most? Shaft or knot? What's more important? Tell us! You have to end this millennia-old dilemma once and for all, human.
Why did the whole tavern suddenly go quiet? All those eyes locked on me. I feel the pressure of anticipation of every canine in the tavern. Why is that timed? I don't know. Both? Oh, look at their faces.
That's a coward's answer.
Hey. I make no qualms about being a coward. Because cowards win.
But not necessarily untrue. Yeah, it really makes you think. A warrior's loss is often predetermined by their weakest point, after all. And don't we all work to use our strengths to make up for what we lack? In the end, this is an unsolvable problem. Or is the question itself wrong?
Was that non-answer a success? A failure? It's hard to tell. All I can see is how increasingly distressed the dogs are getting. They really take this whole dog-dong business seriously, huh? Man, I really can't stand them looking so sad. I have to cheer them up somehow. Guys, even if you can't find common ground here, is it really that important? How about you just focus on the things you can all agree on instead? Like, all dog-dongs are awesome, and, I don't know, red?
Yeah, and the darker the red, the better, manlier. Oh, yes, definitely. On that, I can agree. You think so too, don't you, mate? You like them red.
What? That's really all it took? I learn something new about them every day. But yeah, I never thought about that. I don't. Sorry, but why exactly should that matter? The color doesn't change the way it feels, right? Especially when it's inside, you know. And even aesthetically, isn't it nice to have some variety? That's what I meant when I said that all dog dongs are great. And no two dongs are the same. We should embrace those differences and...
Sorry, mate, but I have to stop you there. You just don't get it, do you, human?
Don't get what? I could hear exasperated sighs, not only from Rune and Thirstle, but also from a few other dogs in the tavern. What is this all about?
Listen, red is important to us canines. It's a symbol of power and masculinity. It shows the strength of the canine soul. The darker the red, the better. That's not even questionable.
The other dogs nod in agreement. When this is starting to feel awkward, but I don't feel like I'm wrong. I'm only giving them my honest answer. The awkwardness still makes my throat feel dry, though. I grab a mug from the table I was cleaning before. There's still some ale in it. Like it or not, my opinion still stands. I mean, even my own is roughly the same color as my skin. And I take a swig of the booze. Dogs and their weird customs.
Come to think of it, I've never seen a human dong. How are you in the knot department, human? Silly old man, humans don't have knots. What? Then what, then how do you mean... Seriously, how does that work? They simply don't tie. There's nothing weird for them. That's nothing weird for them. So what? You just put it in, piss and pull out, and nothing to keep you close together and intimate. That sounds hella disappointing.
No, there is a bit more to that. Like, you know, how am I even supposed to reply to that? Of course I don't have a knot. But I still like my dong. It still feels great. Is it bad there's no knot? I don't think it's bad. They won't understand because they're not human. But in the same way, I will never understand what having a knot feels like because I'm not like them. I never thought about it like that, but are human dicks actually boring? Am I missing out? Why are we even talking about that? I have no idea how to respond. Someone, say something, please.
Oh, come on, people. Tone it down. Now you are all being obnoxious. Luke, can I have you in the kitchen for a moment, please?
Burry, my beautiful friend. Sure, I'll be back.
And you two. Behave, or no more drinks for you today.
These are good faces.
Don't mind the old dog fart, mate. He didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Ha! Yeah, sorry. But yeah, it's fine. In the end, you're a human, not a dog. Our standards don't apply to you. You do you, I say.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind, but I really have to get back to work for now. Sorry. I collect the empty plates and mugs from the table and leave Rune and Thistle with a smile. Well, that felt a little awkward. It's okay though. The dogs can get a bit excited when they are still good people. But they are still good people. We make a good team. Yeah? Even if we're not the same species, even if there's so many differences between us. An outsider, huh? Oh, I caught myself making a deep sigh. I better compose myself before I join Burry in the kitchen. No need to worry him needlessly. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I look back at the dogs. Watching them being loud and happy puts a smile on my face. This is exactly what our hard work is all for. It's going to be fine. I'm sure of it. Well then, time to get back to work. So much to do. So much to do. Today's a big day for us after all. The rest of the morning passes uneventfully. I clear the table, serve the guests, and help bury. A day like every day. However, I know I know what today is not just like any other. We have an important event planned for tonight, and I have to take care of that. It's almost time for the maintenance check on the turrets. I'm going to finish just a few things around and have my lunch break, then out to do the work in a completely different part of Shelter. After such an eventful morning, I welcome a break from the tavern. I'm going to have a nice walk, and I'll see how the dogs prepare the skies ablaze. Next stop, turret control tower. Okay. Yo, is that a mech? Oh! Yo, guys, what's your favorite mecha series? No, put it in the comments. Fuck you. Go do it. I'm partial to Bakudo because I'm a pretentious fuck. But I'm also a big fan of like works like Pluto, and of course I'm a Gundam fan, right? And I really like the original 1979 series. It's a classic, right? I also really like Turn A Gundam because, you know, Tomino and his mad genius that he is, in all the best and worst ways possible. It's all good. Do any of you know about the Brave series? The Brave series is good, you know. Gao Gai Gar is, you know, an instant classic, and I personally like J Decker and Goldrun because those are fun. Build Fighters is cool, you know. It's neat. It's a lot of fun. I miss Mecha. The corridors of Shelter buzz with excitement. Despite how gigantic this place is, it's hard to find a quiet corner. Wait, what's this fella doing? Is he just lying on the ground? Is this like a backpack? I like that he's roasting. Is cute. I really like the backgrounds in this. They're homey. I don't know why, but this, like, I look at this and I'm also like, man, I know it doesn't look like, oh, what were they called? Oh no, were they just called Patlabors? I think so. But yeah, it looks like, I don't know, for some reason I look at it and I think like Patlabor, even though it's like, it doesn't have like the headpiece. But like, you know, it has that like semi-real robot look to it rather than super robot. So yeah, very, very good, very good. I really like this design. Every skies ablaze is bigger than the last. It seems like this one is going to continue that trend. Wherever I go, I can see happy dogs walking around, and the red festival decorations hanging over our heads. All of that is celebration of our home. It makes me so proud to see how far we've come. I arrive at the popular intersection with a big metal statue we call a guardian. The general assumption is that it's a deity of the ancients, and that's why some of us like to pay our respects to it. It stands tall in all of its metallic glory, looking over the passing dogs. It's not alone. I can already see a dog standing by it, with one leg raised. Bloody hell! Someone is marking it again. Hey! Get away! Shoo! I run at the little mutt, shouting and waving my arms. I'm pretty sure I know that guy. I've seen him doing that in the past to the other statues scattered around across different parts of Shelter. When I reach the statue myself, the stupid dog is already gone. No marking inside Shelter. Go outside or use the hecking toilet like a civilized dog. If I catch you doing that ever again, I'll cut your balls off and I will tell Rune. I huff in anger, looking at the wet spot over the statue's foot. That's just disrespectful. I thought we had come further than that as a society. I shake my head in disappointment and go between the statue's legs. I brush aside the big fake tail attached to it. Oh, I guess there is, yeah. And I look for the bucket and rag I left there before. Luckily, it's still there. The bucket is empty, and unfortunately, I don't have the time to fill it with clean water, but I can at least dry wipe the piss off right now. I get on my knees and start wiping. I'm so sorry to the people from the past. So, what have you got for tonight? I think I'll end the part here. So I'll see you around, everyone.